Hello, this is Living Off Grid and Blogging at episode 5, which means I'm taking you around the outside of the place and giving you a tour of that today. So, if you want to know what's up, catch up. Episodes 3 and 4, I took you around the inside of my house and showed you how our solar power works for us. So, check those out, but first, let's go out and check out the 40 acres of awesomeness that we really have going on here. Okay, so there's the house. This is technically the back door, but this is the door that everybody comes to because the garage is right here, so you just pull right up. But it makes it convenient because they enter right into the mudroom, which is, they're going to have to take off their shoes anyway, so it's convenient, doesn't bother me. Anyhow, that is the house. Here is the greenhouse. Remember, it is not attached, but it looks like it, and we get passive solar heat from it. But let's go in here and see what's going on. I'll show you this real quick. Got our lavender there. I believe this might be a sunflower. I'm not sure. I'm going to let it grow a little bit and see what comes up, but I think it might be a sunflower. So this is our lavender. It's looking really good right now. My habanero, look at it. It's really, like fattened out. It hasn't really grown, but it's fattened out. And check it out up here. We've got some teeny tiny habaneros popping up. See it? Same thing with our cayenne pepper. We've got some flowers on it, some things growing, but check it out. We've got a tomato, a cherry tomato. Then our big boy, or better boy tomato. Over here we've got our lettuce, our kale, strawberries back there. Oh, and that right there is a poblano chili pepper plant. Now I can make chili rellenos. Love it. All right. Kale, lettuce, herb garden, then our grape. Look at how far that thing is reaching. I mean, seriously, it grows. Blackberries and strawberries in the greenhouse. Window for ventilation, a shade cloth, venting up there to help with heat. But check it out. This is the greenhouse. Now check it out. There's the garage with it's a 2-car garage with it's like a half a garage, really, underneath it. It's more for like parking quads or something like that. We don't need a lawnmower, but yard equipment, I suppose. Up there is an extra bedroom or a man cave or a she shed or whatever you want to call it. A hobby room. And then 2-car garage and the hobby room. All right, now check it out. These are the views from up here. That right there is Bullfrog Rock. So I call it. I don't know what the official name is, but that's what I call it. But the views from up here. Hey, Blue, good morning. All right, and here we go to the root cellar. It blends in. Most people don't even see it when they first come up. But there's the house. Chicken coop and stuff down there. We'll get down there. But there's the house, the yard, and the root cellar. Okay, so I opened that up. Let's go on inside here. And it is nice and cool in here, but check it out. It's really big. It's got lots of space in it. 3 shelves per side, plus this bottom board works as a shelf. Not intended to be that, but it works. Here's the ceiling. This was, and the greenhouse. The greenhouse and this And the chicken coop, when we get there, were what the Rainies built us when we were on the show Homestead Rescue. But check it out. It's pretty cool. Literally. It's 59 degrees in here. 44% humidity. It's pretty cool. If it gets too hot this summer, I'm gonna be in here sleeping. But gotta shut that door. I want to keep it cool in there. This is the view as you come out of the root cellar. Where were you? Huh? I see you, Blue. Alright, so I gotta take him in the house because I don't want him running with me. We're gonna do this on the quads today because, well, if I walk around here, all you're gonna hear is a bunch of heavy breathing, and no one needs to hear how out of shape I am. But before we do that, right over here next to the, well, it's the driveway, and then our carport, root cellar, all of that. Right over here, right off of the driveway, though, is the road that Marty put in for us, also on the show. I named it Rainy Switchback. I will take the quad up there and show you that too, but first, let me take him in the house and get this quad fired up. So, this is our scrapyard. The wood will stay, but things like those tires and those rims will go with us because we plan on using them. The old farm truck's gonna go with. But there's a lot of usable stuff around here. That water tank in the back might stay, I don't know. I'm willing to take it, but if the next people want it, it could stay. So, welcome to the scrapyard. So, now that you've seen the scrapyard and whatever weird structure that is, we're going to go right over here, down the driveway, to Sagebrush Feed and Seed. Let my cat out, feed him, maybe walk over to the chicken coop. Let's go. Welcome to Sagebrush Feed and Seed. Let me let him out real quick. Hey, dude. All right. This is Sagebrush Feed and Seed. We built this shortly after the Rainies left to house our chicken feed and give us extra storage around the place. But this is probably one of my favorite buildings. You can go inside. Oh, I gave him some sardines last night. He left it on the trash for me. Wait, Russ was supposed to get that. Anyway, Sagebrush Feed and Seed. These bins here hold chicken feed. There's 2 in this one and one bin in that one. I got some hay in here. I did not finish the other side of this. I kind of wish I had, but the back here is storage, but the front is a store. Is that cool or what? Seriously. Ooh. Okay, maybe I'm just a nerd. I think it's cool. All right, let's go feed this cat. Okay, so across the street from Sagebrush Feed and Seed, there's the driveway, there's the smokehouse down there, but over here across the street is the chicken coop. Now, we got this chicken coop from some neighbors down the street, but in moving it, we had to take the run off. So when the rainy showed up, Matt and the kids built the run on this. Now, we, after they left, built another little pen out here so that we could get our new chicks acquainted with our older hens and whatnot. Or if I needed to throw the rooster in there, I would do that too. But inside the coop here, they built that box. I need to come in here and clean this out again. But we built that pen, and that pen. Now, when we built these pens, we needed them for ducks that we had no home for in the temporary, so we had to house them with our chickens. But we left them because they still come in handy. This one over here, we built for the baby chicks, so again, we could take them from here to here and help them get acquainted with the older hens and learn, you know, this is where you go at night, and out in the yard is where you go during the day. So, and this up here is 2 extra large nesting boxes. But yeah, that is the chicken coop. Right across the street from the Sagebrush feed and seed over there. Now, something really cool about this coop is back here, we have the place where you get your eggs from the nesting boxes. You just take these latches off, lift the handle. Yep, sorry, had to use 2 hands. Lift the handle and collect your eggs. Boom. But I know this coop looks huge and you're probably like, okay, well that was a small coop. Why so big? Well, because this side is coop, but if you walk over here, ooh, hole. If you walk over here, this side is shed. It cuts off right here where this top part is, but this side is shed. It's full of junk, and we were going to clean it out and maybe make room for another animal. But yeah, it's a good size shed. I know it doesn't show it, but it is a good size shed over here. So that's why this coop looks so huge, but has, I mean, it's a good size chicken area, but it's not as big as the shed. So the show, when they left, they had given us 6 hens, and by the time it was done, we had 8 hens and 2 roosters that lived in there just fine. So it was all good. Never had any predators ever get a single chicken ever with that either. Not a single one. Next stop on this tour, Smokehouse. So this is the Smokehouse. This was the very first build we ever did out here. And it's in the driveway. It's in the circle drive. Sits in the middle of the circle drive. So you have to smell it when you come down the driveway. But the house is right there behind me. See, right there? And then that's the garage. So turn around. There's the Smokehouse. Let me show you inside. All right, so check it out. This door can be 1 door or it can be 2 doors. You just undo the latch and you got you a split door. Let me just do it real quick. Boom! Told you. If I'm lying, I'm crying. I ain't shed a tear. All right, inside the Smokehouse. First build we ever did. Yes, that's ash on the floor. Get used to it. It's a Smokehouse. What? plan on using this again and again for the remainder of my time here. Smoker will stay with the house. Although, if they want it tossed, I could probably toss it too. I'm not going to move it with me. I'm going to build a new one. But let's just walk around this thing here. Sorry, I got to get a little close. All right, check it out. Smokehouse. Taking that bench with me. I didn't paint that for nothing. That is a project unfinished, but I am taking it with me. Painted the flag on the side of the building. Left that cool little piece there so we could hang stuff from it. But yep, that's the smokehouse, folks. Get ready to see videos coming out of there. All right, next stop on this tour, Treehouse. There she be. There's the treehouse. Listen, folks, I don't like going up there on that deck. It's totally stable. I just don't prefer heights. However, I'm going to do this. All right, here's the ramp, guys. Woo. All right, let's get the door open. I have to use my other hand. Sorry about that. Boom. All right. Now, we didn't get the door to open all the way, so it can't, like, slide off of there. It's kind of like a safety there. I like that. But inside the tree house, nothing is actually attached to the tree, so it should continue to live. But, hey, there's the window with the huge fire pit inside the tree house. Now we come through the treehouse over here. That's a little tight. And we have the balcony. Woo, look at that. It goes all the way over there, guys. I'm not going over there, but look at that. There's the balcony. There's the quad trails right off of it. Stick my arm over here. Can you see the quad trails over there? I hope you can. All right. So that, my friends, is the tree house of tree houses. Seriously. So, in coming out to the tree house, I forgot to show you the duck pond. So back up to the house we go. I'm going to show you the duck pond. So this is the duck pond. Even though it is a sea of green right now, it normally does hold water. I just didn't have any of the runoff go into it this year or try and fill it at all because I don't have ducks and the water's just going to sit there and get stagnant, and I don't want that, and I don't want the bugs associated with that. So since I don't have animals to put in it, I didn't fill it this year, but it does hold water. There hasn't been anything in it, and look at that. That's the healthiest part of my yard, right there, the inside of the duck pond. Although I will say that if I were going to do ducks again, I would like to have that in there because it didn't have that in there last time, and when it would fill up, it would get all like muddy and gross looking, and it would take forever to filter out and clean. So I think that that right there is actually beneficial. I think that would actually help keep it clean as it's filling with water. Maybe, maybe not. That's my theory. But let's check it out. So here's the duck pond. Let's go check it out. See the runoff right there? That comes from the house. That's the front of the house. Right there with the porch, the front door. And then the greenhouse in the back. But right there, this drainage comes out here and goes into the duck pond. That is the only drainage that has gone into this thing. And look at how green it is in there. Seriously, I should have put my garden in there. But this is the duck house. I'll open this up. It's nothing fancy. There is a trick though to helping get them to go in at night, and that is a light bulb. So I'm a little short. I don't know if you can see it. There should be a white flat thing up here. It's a solar panel for this one light bulb. So it stays on all night and I don't think it bothers them, but you got to turn it off in the morning, let it charge, turn it back on before you want them to go to bed. And it worked for us. That's all I can say. They would not go in this thing, and it worked for us to put the light bulb in there. So I'll leave that in there. This side pocket holds their feed. We also built this after the Rainies left, but it's just a box that holds their feed. And then you see that windmill in that box over there. Let's go over here and check this out. Now this windmill is just for decoration. I'll show you if I can get over here. See, it's not hooked up. There's nothing crazy with it. It just looks like it's actually pumping water into this box and out this spout. Now, when the pump is in here and it's working, this spout actually spits water into the pond. But all this is, oh, I need to reattach that board. All this is the pump box. That's it. Houses the pump and the filters and all of that. And as you can see, it was also solar powered. But we didn't hook it up, didn't do anything with it. But you put that pump in the pond and it sucks the water out of the pond, up into this box, cleans it out the pipe, and back into the pond. Now, the only thing that you have to have here is the box. Got a lot of questions about the windmill and is it actually pumping water and is that our well? No. This is not our well. This is just decoration to a duck pond. I'm thinking about taking this fence down since I don't have animals in here, but then again, I don't know if the next people would want to fence up. Maybe they want to do it differently. I don't know. Seriously though, I'm thinking about taking it down. Oh, check it out over there. You see that? That's the outhouse. And over here would be the luge. I forgot about that. Let's go check that out. So just real quick before we head over to this outhouse, I want to show you this. This pipe, this black pipe, is usually in this ditch here, and it runs into the duck pond for drainage. This black pipe comes off of the garage. It's the drainage for that. And again, I didn't fill it up this year, so I didn't bother to put that pipe back in that ditch. So all of our runoff has been running off and around the duck pond. So that's one of the ways in which you can fill it without using the well. All right, so let's head over to this outhouse here. This outhouse was here when we bought it. It looked just like this. We haven't done anything to it. Not at all, not even in the slightest. We've never used them, not even once. This is how I bought it, and this is how it sits. This is how it sits just as is. I haven't done nothing. I don't plan on doing nothing. It's an outhouse, and I don't need it. The outside looks cute. Good enough for me. Compost pile, all of our ashes from the fireplace are in there now. And the luge. Look at this. 6 inches of snow, and you go flying from up there all the way out there. If you keep going out there, cabins out there. It's open field. Seriously, you make it to the field. I'm not even kidding. Sledding luge. About the only good thing to come out of 6 inches of snow right there. Okay, and water. But funnest thing to come out of 6 inches of snow. Sledding luge. All right, so that's the duck pond. That's the outhouse. That's the sledding luge. Unfortunately, I got to go put a little bit of a charge on my phone. But as soon as that's done, we're going out there. You see that? That's the cabin. That thing is over 100 years old, and that's where we're to next. So let's charge this phone and get out there. All right, we're charged. Let's go. This is the cabin. It's over 100 years old. We haven't touched it since we've been here, but I think it would make the perfect like hunting cabin rental. Clean it up. It's pretty sturdy, but it's over 100 years old. Supposedly the grandma of our area used to ride her horse through here and pick up the kid that lived here. They were friends. They would just ride their horses to school. And I guess when she died, she was over 100 years old. So that at least dates it to 100 years old. It's pretty cool. So hidden in all this sage that's almost as tall as I am is the root cellar. The old root cellar to the cabin here. This sage is freaking as tall as I am. It's like we're spying on the cabin. Okay, let's go. Our little cleared out path here. I'm not going to go in there because it's full of pack rat poop and whatnot, and that could be dangerous, but Russ flew the drone in there, so I'll just put that in here so you guys can see what it looks like inside there. But even though there's been work done to it, it's pretty cool that that wood came from this field to make this house, that those were once trees in this lot. That's pretty cool. Look at there's the outhouse behind it. That thing is definitely not safe anymore. you've seen the place. So if you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like, subscribe, and ring that bell, because here before you know it, we should be moving back to Kansas. Come along with us. I'm going to leave you with one final tour of our quad trails. Bye.